News: a violent crash leaves 2 people dead in the Vermont Slauson neighborhood of South LA. It was first reported as a hit and run, but police now say that is not the case.
KTLA 5's Jean Kang joining us live from South Los Angeles with new details on this developing story. Good morning, Jean.
Good morning, Lou and Glenn. What a tragic story out here. As you mentioned, 2 people were killed, and those cars are still here, including the suspect's vehicle and the other vehicle where the bodies are now being removed. We have to be very careful as to what's going on here. That's because LAFD, their firefighters, paramedics, are trying to remove those bodies just very carefully. So that is the victim's vehicle that is crashed up onto the side of the road. This is 66 and Vermont Avenue. Very busy area. A lot of cars were traveling this morning when it happened, shortly after 5 o'clock this morning. But I'm getting new details with a live interview with Detective Ryan Moreno with the Traffic Division, South Traffic Division. And Detective Moreno, such a sad scene out here. What could you tell us? What happened? Who were the victims? Did the suspect indeed try to get away?
Yeah, so today, shortly after 5:45 this morning.
So we already at least know this part. Just like the situation we talked about in Pennsylvania a couple weeks ago with the woman who was driving the wrong way and killed someone for her actions. The same thing happened out here. This person, allegedly, who was doing the driving, survived. It's always the guy who's causing the situation who seems to survive. So the 2 people who were doing what they're supposed to just happened to be there and were killed by this guy. Sad that it always turns out that way.
Our decedents here were traveling eastbound in a silver vehicle. They had a green light. The suspect vehicle was traveling southbound in excess of over 100 miles an hour, running red lights, according to witnesses. Struck this vehicle as they were passing the intersection. Both occupants, the driver and female, were both killed on impact. Right now we have a male Hispanic in his 40s who's driving, and a female Hispanic in her late 20s.
So a man in his 40s driving.
So again, this person was driving over 100 miles per hour. This isn't even on a freeway, guys. This is a surface boulevard in Los Angeles. Like, what are people doing? Like, why? Why would you be driving 100 miles per hour, period, let alone on a surface boulevard? What's the average weight of a car? It's like, if it's a car, it's like at least 3,000 pounds. So you got a 3,000 pound bomb or missile just flying at you at 100 miles per hour. Man, it's crazy.
Vehicle, and then a young woman in her 20s. We are hearing from witnesses that just told me that possibly the woman was pregnant.
You know, we're trying to confirm that right now. So we're still waiting to confirm that. So coroner's here right now doing their examination.
And then they have to notify the family. This is overall such a sad story here. So what kinds of vehicles do we have here? I see a silver vehicle, but it's so mangled, and then the suspect's vehicle, more of a black vehicle?
Yeah, I believe the suspect was a Toyota RAV, I think a RAV4, and then I think it was also Toyota, also the silver vehicle. But yeah, right now, we are trying to confirm, again, how many occupants were inside the suspect vehicle. We're hearing that there were 2 folks that exited after the collision. The driver of the suspect vehicle was transported to a hospital, nearby hospital, along with the front passenger. We're hearing conflicting stories that there might have been a 3rd occupant in the rear passenger seat of the suspect vehicle too.
And then anything, as we wrap up here, anything about that suspect? We heard that maybe he was injured, as you said, and then was trying to limp away.
Yeah, the driver and the front passenger sustained severe injuries, but non-life threatening. They're being worked on right now at the hospital. But yeah, non-life threatening injuries.
Detective, thank you so much. Such a tragic story here. A lot of details, as you heard right there. We're learning more information in this developing story now.
Yeah, it's a sad story. You can be doing everything right on the road, and some idiot can come out here and destroy your whole life. Crazy, right?